Hello Virgo, welcome to your June 2018 general reading. Same sketch as before, 3-card major arcana reading with clarifiers, then one from the swords, well probably with clarifiers, one from the swords, one from the wands, one from the pentacles and one from the cups. Okay, let's see what we've got for you. If I remember rightly, last month it ran on to 2 readings. So let's see how we get on this time. Okay. Temperance in the upright, the Lovers in the upright, the Star in the upright. Right, I think we might get away with this in one reading. Oh, in one film rather. Right. Nice. Okay, the only I mean, this reading, this system of reading, this 3-card reading has a kind of inbuilt problem factor in it, in that the middle card is called the Veil. So there's something in there. We've got card number 1, things as you see them. Card number 3, things as they really are. Card number 2, the Veil. Whatever the kind of the fulcrum, the blocking, the mediating thing between 1, and 3. So, I mean, 1, beautiful, temperance, calm, peace, balance, kind of mastery, self-mastery. And it's quite late on. It's the start of the last third of the tarot cycle. So it's when you've been through a whole heap of stuff and you've got to this point where there are certain forces in yourself, I guess your feelings, basically, that you have learned to do this extraordinary physics-defying stuff with, where she's pouring this liquid from one cup to another. I mean, even if that's pouring downwards, and there's no way of telling from this illustration, but even if it's pouring downwards, it really shouldn't be pouring like that at an angle. That just doesn't happen. But here we are. It happens. This is self-mastery and a certain degree of self-knowledge, a sufficient degree of self-knowledge in terms of your own emotions to be able to do that kind of stuff with it, to be fluid with yourself, in a way where you're not spilling stuff. So that's great. That's things as you see them. Things as they really are is a Star. We have more. We have more pouring of emotions here. And here she's so innocent and so just full of hope. She's just pouring it away into the stream. She knows it's safe to do that. It's safe to be out in the middle of the night with no clothes on. It's safe not to be looking at what she's doing, but looking at the camera, so to speak. I mean, look, she's looking at us. That beautiful Star. Oh, I tell you what, I was outside the other night, here where we are in the south of England, and it was the most beautiful evening. There's been a bit of stormy weather, but it was clear, 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 and the sun had gone down and shining in the west, and I didn't have my glasses on, so it was all a bit blurry, but shining in the west was Venus, and I swear she looked just like this star here. Well, no, not this one. This is a comet. No shit. She looked like this one here. Really, really twinkle, twinkle, massive evening star, Venus. Beautiful, beautiful, just like this sky. So here, not only in the Temperance card do we have self-mastery in emotions, here we have an understanding that our emotions, represented by the fluid in the cups, is infinite and is part of this greater flow, this river that's flowing past her. And she can pour it in there with abandon because there's always more. And I say that she's full of hope, and that can make it sound like, perhaps I'm saying she's a bit of a mug. But I tell you what, hope is the only intelligent response to the unknowns of life, which are many. Hope is the only intelligent response. The trick is to not get hope mixed up with expectation. That's when we make a mess of things. But anyway, just a little treatise on hope there. So we have the lovers here in the veil position. Let's have a look at that. Now, in many depictions of the lovers, he's looking at her and she is looking up at the angel. But not in this one. This is the old Tarot de Marseille. There we are. This is the old Tarot de Marseille. Okay, it's got a picture of the chariot on the front there. And the price, oh, $25.99. Not cheap, the Tarot de Marseille. She's looking down. She's looking down demurely, the girl here. The story here is not so much about people coming together. It's the old interpretation of the Lover's card. It's the choice. It's the paradigm shift. It's where the young man has to decide whether, oh God, look at my fingers. I've been painting. My fingernails are really dirty. He has to decide, I've got black paint up them. Art painting, which is why it's black. He has to decide whether he's going to go home with his mother and continue to be a son, or whether he is going to say, see you later, mum, and go off with this attractive young lady and become a man. He's shifting. This is about the paradigm shift from boy to man. And at this point, 6, this is nearing the end of the first third of the tarot cycle. This is a choice sometimes we all have to make. You know, are we going to inhabit what we have truly become? Because, you know, bottom line is Cupid is there, blindfolded, about to shoot the arrow. You know, Cupid wouldn't be there about to shoot the arrow if it wasn't right, if it wasn't the time. Oh, my fingernail's horrible. If it wasn't the time, oh, what else can I use to point? I'm so vain. I use my glasses. If it wasn't the time for the young man to stop being a boy, Cupid wouldn't be shooting the arrow. He wouldn't shoot if this was still a boy, because Cupid ain't like that. It's time. It's time to, as I say, inhabit what we have truly become. And the rewards of this are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But here it's as the veil. So what's the story there? Okay, well, it's just that. There's a shift to be made, Virgo. I get the feeling you've come such a long way. There's no way you haven't come a long way if you've got to the point where things as you see them is temperance with all this beautiful self-mastery, and things as they really are is the start with just this abundance of love and emotion. It's endless. It's wonderful. So much that she can pour it away, as I say. But there's something to be done. There's a paradigm shift to be made. And I'm going to get some clarification on this. Oh my God, I don't believe it. Ah, High Priestess in reverse. Okay, the reason I'm sighing is because for me, I really shouldn't have waxed so lyrical for so bloody long. This is, in this 15-minute reading, this is the card of narcissism for me. The High Priestess in reverse, this is narcissism. Wow. There is narcissism to be faced, Virgo. And I've got to say it straight out. It's not yours. It's not yours. Now, we all have some elements of narcissism in us, you know, but when it's the High Priestess in reverse, I mean, the other card that for me is narcissism, or smacks of it, is the Magician in reverse. But when it's the High Priestess in reverse, it's, oh my God, there's a narcissist to be faced. And suddenly I'm seeing the blindfold. I'm seeing the blindfold on Cupid suddenly. You have to face this, Virgo, whatever it is. Sorry, whoever this is, because it's clear what it is. You have to face this. God almighty, that's really stunned me. I'm going to get another one here, because that was absolutely left field, and what a horrible shock. Oh, God. Things as you see them, devil in reverse. Not a million miles away from temperance, you know, the overcoming of one's own limitations, one's fears, one's blockages, what the hooks that are in there. I tell you what, though, no. Listen, this is. You are correct. You've come a long way. You've come a long way in this, Virgo. You are correct to see yourself in the position of the angel of temperance and the devil in reverse with this stuff overcome. But clearly, there is a last hurdle to be jumped here. And the last one is always the one that carries the greatest fear. It's the last one. Can you get over it and get to the finishing line? Can you? That's what all athletes, runners ask themselves. It's that last push, Virgo. The last push. Wow. Okay. I've got the Three of Swords here. So this is obviously hugely painful, and I'm not surprised. I'm really, really not surprised. Oh, Virgo, what have you had to go through to get to this point? She's still there. The star is still there. But this is going to hurt. You need to pull these out. You need to pull these Three Swords out. And it's like doing surgery on yourself. Okay, but... yeah. One is behind. One is in front. Two of Wands. This chap can only move forward if he just turns around and pulls this other one out. This one is bolted to the wall, my loves. Perhaps you're not ready, Virgo. Perhaps you're not quite ready. But you know what's out there for you. He's looking at the world. But the world's in front of him, but he's looking at that globe in his hand. Faintly annoying. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. The harvest. Oh, my God. Are you looking more at what there is to be lost than what there is to be gained? You know, are you thinking that perhaps, you know, all this work that you've done in growing these pentacle pumpkins here is all going to go to waste? Don't forget that star, Virgo. Okay. Six of Cups. Nostalgia card. Sort of looking back. Wow, this is going to be a really, really spiritual month for you. A really spiritual month with a good outcome. A good outcome. But I think there's further to go. There's just that last little bit to fall into place. And those swords will come out. That bolt will free itself from that wall. The fruits will be ripe. And all the beautiful, beautiful things from the past will come together to make a beautiful, fragrant life for you. And you'll be free as this lady in the star. But what has to be faced by the blindfolded agent of choice is the narcissist. Okay, Virgo, all best. Please tune in for another reading soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.